Keith Robertson has been immersed in music since childhood. This musician, songwriter, and producer has built a remarkable career in the entertainment industry. Tonight we discuss his latest single, Without You, and explore his journey through the world of music. Keith, thank you for joining me this evening to talk about your music. And I want to start at the beginning because you've been in this field for quite a while. You have quite a portfolio. So I wanted to talk about how it all began for you.
Well, I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I started at the Cincinnati Conservatory of Music, taking drums and percussion. So that kind of evolved with me playing with a lot of people around town, which led to me getting discovered when I was playing at Central State University with the super group, pretty much. And we got discovered by Midnight Star at the time.
Wow.
And then that went on to them wanting to hire myself and a friend of mine to be staff songwriters and producers. So that's kind of how the whole thing kind of started off.
Well, you started off playing with others. When you decided you wanted to go your own way with music, who did you look to when it came to mentors and listening to different artists? Who did you feel was resonating with you?
Well, I had a wonderful music teacher. His name was Willie C. Turner in Cincinnati, Ohio. High school music teacher. He really helped launch so many different people. And so he was an inspiration. And also my family, who's the Isley brothers. That really,
I mean, wow.
And just really just being around it, from just being a kid, and I really was, I had the fire, the passion for music, but just, all of that around me, it just really was an inspiration. Yeah.
So I have to ask, as we were going through your photos online and gathering information, I came across, which I was surprised, was you had a photo of NSYNC on your. So what you have, like, was it platinum?
Yeah, they actually went diamond. They sold more than 20 million units. And so I was a part of that, and it's a long story, but quickly, I co-produced a song for Teddy Pendergrass before he passed away. Wow. And so NSYNC, the music director, heard the remix of the song that we produced, and so Justin Timberlake and the guy, they got together and said, we got to use a portion of this song. So that's how all this came together. It was out of nowhere, but it was really wonderful to be a part of that.
So coming from this just rich environment, you're here now in New Mexico, which I'm sure is a totally different animal. What is it like being a musician here in New Mexico?
Well, what I love about it, is that the community is really tight-knit. There's a lot of wonderful musicians that I've run into and I met. I'm performing quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so LA is a lot bigger and kind of more cliquey. But here I think that things are just more tight-knit, and a lot of the same guys play together quite a bit.
Well, let's talk about, you actually have some new music out. I would love to talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, my new single is called Without You. And I've also had some other releases as well. But I'm just inspired just to continue to create, because doing it independently, you don't have anybody over your shoulder, telling you the deadline and when you have to do X, Y, and Z. So I just really love to do it, and have quite a few releases coming out, the new single, and I have some other stuff coming out soon as well. Wonderful.
Well, what performances do you have coming up where people can check you out?
I've been performing pretty much with a local musician by the name of Rodney Bowe. And myself and Rodney and some of the other guys, we perform at Sandia Bien Sure, a lounge. So we'll probably be there next week. I don't want to mess up the name of this winery where we're going to be tomorrow. So we're going to be at a local winery performing tomorrow. And I'm also putting a band together to support a lot of my artists' music as well.
Oh, that's great. Well, where can people find out more about you and any performances you do have coming up so you don't mess up the name of the winery?
I do not want to do that. On my website at robworksentertainment.com.
Wonderful. Well, thank you again, Keith, for coming out and talking with me, and just an amazing history of your work. And we're looking forward to seeing what you do in the future.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. We'll be back.